We often think of history as a series of public events, but many of the 20th century's biggest turning points happened behind closed doors. Today, we're looking at 5 declassified CIA operations, from mind control experiments to the overthrowing of governments, that are now part of the public record. 1. Project MKUltra, the search for mind control. Host, started in 1953, MKUltra is perhaps the most famous dark chapter of the CIA. The facts: this was a massive program of experiments on human subjects, often without their knowledge. The goal was to develop drugs and procedures to weaken individuals and force confessions through mind control. The scope: it involved over 149 sub-projects across universities, hospitals, and prisons. Most records were destroyed in 1973, but surviving documents revealed the use of LSD, sensory deprivation, and hypnosis. It was eventually exposed by the Church Committee in 1975. 2. Operation Mockingbird, the media influence. Host, during the early Cold War, the CIA sought to influence public opinion through the press. The facts: Operation Mockingbird was a campaign to recruit leading American journalists and media outlets to spread the agency's views. The impact: declassified reports show the CIA provided classified information to friendly editors to influence what news reached the public. While the program's scale is still debated, the 1976 Church Committee report confirmed the CIA had relationships with hundreds of news organizations and journalists to plant stories. 3. Operation Ajax, the 1953 Iranian coup. Host, this was the CIA's first major success in toppling a foreign government. The goal: to overthrow the democratically elected Prime Minister of Iran, Mohammad Mossadegh, who had nationalized the country's oil industry. The tactic: the CIA worked with British intelligence to bribe officials, organize staged protests, and pay mobs to create chaos in the streets of Tehran. In 2013, the CIA officially declassified documents explicitly admitting their role in the coup that reinstated the Shah of Iran. 4. Operation PBSUCCESS, Guatemala, 1954. Host, just a year after Iran, the CIA turned its focus to Central America. The facts: President Jacobo Arbenz of Guatemala was pursuing land reforms that threatened the interests of the American-owned United Fruit Company. The tactic: the CIA launched a psychological warfare campaign. They used a ghost radio station to broadcast fake news of a massive rebel invasion and used unmarked planes to drop bombs on the capital. The panic worked. Arbenz resigned, and a military dictatorship was installed. 5. Project Fubelt, Chile, 1973. Host, in the early 70s, the U.S. government was determined to prevent Marxist leader Salvador Allende from leading Chile. The facts: Project Fubelt was the code name for the CIA's efforts to destabilize Allende's government. The action: declassified documents show the CIA funded opposition groups, fueled strikes, and maintained contact with military officers who were planning a coup. On September 11, 1973, the Chilean military attacked the presidential palace. Allende died during the coup, and General Augusto Pinochet took power, beginning a 17-year military dictatorship. These operations were classified for decades, and we only know about them now because of whistleblowers and the Freedom of Information Act. Understanding these events isn't about looking for secrets. It's about understanding how power actually works in the real world.